Okay, so in the last video we were done till Newton first law of motion. Today we'll be going with the Newton second law of motion. Newton second law of motion. So what does the Newton's second law of motion state? When an unbalanced force acted upon a body, the body is accelerated in the direction of the force. Okay, so just let me write it so that you can get it much more easy. When an unbalanced, note my words, this is unbalanced force act upon a body, and the body is accelerated in the direction of force. So now what is this actually saying? Like when an unbalanced force, there are two forces that are acted upon a body, and that body is then accelerated. We just put a new force into it, and then that bring a change. The acceleration has been produced in the direction of what? The direction of the force. So that was about the Newton's second law of motion. And the important point here is that when the acceleration, like that point is related to acceleration, the acceleration produced in the body is directly proportional to the force. Okay, and inversely proportional to the mass. So the definition, like this is not a definition, but let me tell you, the acceleration produced by a body is directly proportional to the force, and inversely to the mass of the body, So I've just written that force is directly proportional to acceleration, so its mathematical form could be also F directly proportional to the acceleration. And another mathematical form can also be written, this is a force directly proportional to the acceleration, and another thing I just told you, F force inversely proportional to the mass, as I just told you. So we'll just write 1 and inversely, so this means that will be upon value, and m. Okay, so this would be also written as a mathematically, and we can also write that acceleration is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to the mass, m mass. Okay, so now I'm just going to discuss like few MCQs. So we can also say that this law of motion is also known as law of acceleration, just because in this acceleration is used, whereas in the first law of motion there was no acceleration. That's why we just call the Newton first law of motion give the zero acceleration or don't have any acceleration. Okay, so in the first law of motion known as law of inertia, law of acceleration, law of acceleration. And so another would be in second law of motion, second law of motion, the acceleration would be so like in the second law of motion the acceleration will be, in the first law of motion the acceleration would be 0, so in second law of motion the acceleration would be maximum. Okay, so yes, these two words are important, and Newton's second law of motion can also be called as law of acceleration, whereas first law was law of inertia.